Hello. Or should I say good evening? What's up? So I was planning on having a stream tomorrow, but let's have one today. Why not? Maybe we'll have time to do one tomorrow as well. So welcome. What episode is this? 70 something. I just wrote it. See, YouTube makes you select like a title and a thumbnail every time you stream. It's a little annoying. 73. All right, guys, welcome to AMA 73. This is where I make myself available to any of you guys who have questions. That is the whole AMA section of this. Ask me anything. And it is just a way for me to also just get out my thoughts. We can talk about the channel. We can talk about world affairs. We can talk about anything that's going on. And it's something that I like to do, or at least try to do, weekly. So we'll see. Yeah, so I titled the stream today Saturday Support Group. I sort of wanted to talk a little bit about the coaching that I've been doing, which I started a couple months ago. I remember I released a video and it was titled, I'm going to delete this video 24 hours from now or something like that. And I sort of talked about how I wanted to get into coaching. And so I did a couple free coaching sessions and we ended up getting a couple clients, which is super cool. And man, I've learned a lot. And what I've also learned is that you can't get all your answers from just a YouTube video. Even if a YouTube video is perfectly made, perfectly crafted, perfectly designed and well thought out, sometimes you just have questions that go unanswered. And I sort of wanted to focus more on just the gambling stuff because I believe that I have a very strong foundation of knowledge when it comes to dealing with gambling compulsion, gambling addiction, or just splurging and wasting money in general. I don't want to sound arrogant, but I'm pretty confident with my personal finance ability, knowledge, and discipline. So take that for whatever it is, for what it's worth. And it's interesting because I thought that I would get the same questions over and over, but it's not. I've been getting a lot of very intriguing, interesting questions that have really challenged me mentally, and I enjoy that. I love the whole self-improvement process of challenging yourself, trying new things, new tasks, new adventures, new businesses, right? And yeah, things have been going well. And so the channel has progressed forward with a lot more of the psychedelic and gambling content stuff. The self-improvement videos have sort of fallen by the wayside. That's all right. That's okay. And I've really been enjoying just narrating a bunch of stories because what it's done for me, it's really forced me to do a lot more reading, and not just reading books, like searching for people's stories on the internet and just coming across these interesting depictions of people's lives and their ups and their downs and their good decisions and their bad decisions and their financial risks that they take that all of a sudden blow up and are amazing, and then the very next day they do a complete 180, subside and just cripple them financially. And so there's a lot of sadness in those stories. However, I feel like there's a lot to learn. Whenever I've read one of these gambling addiction stories, psychedelic stories, even like this recent one was like a Bitcoin story, a cryptocurrency story. It's like, man, I always learn something. And I find that super interesting, right? It's learning from other people's mistakes so that hopefully in the future, you don't repeat those poor decisions, because that's the whole idea, right? And I always thought that to learn from other people, you needed to meet them personally. And that is like sort of like the only way that you can gain personal experience from someone else. However, what I realize is that if you watch a bunch of YouTube videos, YouTube creators, or listen to a bunch of podcasts or listen to audiobooks, you are inherently spending time with those creators, with those authors, with those publishers, and you are absorbing their ideas, and they will rub off on you. And so I kind of changed my mind on this whole notion of you can only really learn from people's personal experiences if you have met them in real life. Whereas, man, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from just reading stories, and so it's super cool. Let me see here. Music good? Okay. I forgot to double check the audio. So anyways, aside from that, channel's been doing super good. If you guys haven't seen, I have like a second channel called Bear Z Analytics, and I talk about all the channel growth, the analytics, the monetary information, how the channel makes money, how much money it makes each month. And that channel has been doing really well. It was sort of like a side project that I just wanted to do for fun because I always like sharing information, right? I always think that the worst decision that people can make is this zero-sum mentality that a lot of people have, where it's a dog-eat-dog, where they feel like society is this dog-eat-dog world, where there is no benefit in helping other people. However, I had, to be honest, I had that mentality too when I was younger, because I always thought that if another person was gaining or making progress in life, that somehow or another was negatively affecting me, because they're moving up, they're getting that opportunity, their business is flourishing. So that must mean there is less opportunity for me, or I missed out, or I lost. And that's like a toxic mindset to have, especially when you get into business or any of this other content creation, YouTube stuff. And I learned this, it's kind of funny, or maybe it's not funny, but from listening to Joe Rogan's podcast. And I'll never forget this story, how he talked about, was it the 80s? I want to get this right. I think it was the 80s or 90s. No, it must have been the 80s. We'll say late 80s, where he was coming up as a comedian, and all the big name comedians, they never helped each other. There was no type of community. And it was almost as if everyone was just out for themselves, right? And he had this great idea of, why don't we support other comedians? So say if you are a successful comedian and there's like a new guy, a young guy up and coming, or maybe he's like an open micer, why not take him on the road with you and have him open for you, get him some experience, maybe get him some money? Because one day, what if that guy becomes like a national headliner and his career blows up? Then he's going to remember the time when you helped him when he was just starting out. And so you help him in the beginning, then maybe later on he'll return the favor. And so that is a positive sum game, where the outcome of those two interactions is a net positive. There is no, I take from you, so I gain and you fall back, or you go down a peg on the ladder. Like, there's none of that. And I found that interesting, because with like YouTube, you always think as a creator, you have like this selfish mentality where you're always like, how come I'm not getting views? How come I'm not getting subscribers? How come this guy gets so many people watching his stream? How come this guy gets so much AdSense? Or how come this dude gets so many brand deals? And it's that's just human nature, is we are envious and jealous of our peers' success. And so I try to really apply this idea of camaraderie amongst comedians, right? And then sort of apply that to my own life and business. And so when it comes to collaborating with other content creators, maybe I go on their podcast, maybe I go on their live stream, or even just talk and share information. I always feel like that is such a better decision to make. Not just for the sheer outcome of the interaction, but also for your own mental health, right? As a content creator, you feel good, you feel good, you feel happy. It's nice to share, or at least that's how I feel. And so that was the whole concept behind the Bearsy Analytics channel. And I was like, hey, when I started YouTube, I had no idea what any of this stuff was. I didn't know what click-through rate was. I didn't know what AVD was, average view duration. I didn't know how to make good thumbnails or titles, descriptions, keywords, playlists, end screens, notes. Like, it's just a lot. It's just so much to learn. And can you even make money? Is it possible? And so stuff like that, I didn't have answers to. And so I figured, okay, now that it's been 4 years and I do have the answers to those questions, believe it or not, why not share it? Why not share it? And maybe there is some up and coming YouTuber who just started their channel and they are having anxiety or self-doubt about what they're doing. Maybe they are doubting themselves as a creator. Maybe they're unsure if they're just wasting their time talking to a camera by themselves, right? Because it's a very lonely hobby to have, making YouTube videos. Usually you're sitting in front of a window with all your doors closed so that the audio in your house doesn't blow up your video or ruin the quality of your video. And you're just conversing to a lens, right? It's kind of lonely at times. And if you combine that with self-doubt, where you're doubting yourself, like, why am I even making this channel? Why am I creating these videos? Am I even going to make any money from this? Am I just wasting my time? Like, all of these doubts creep into your mind as a creator. And so I was like, hey, you know what? Let's show people that, yes, it is possible to make money. And let's show them how to do it and what is the most optimal way to do it. And it's been a lot of fun. And to be honest, there's days where I what's a better word? Enjoy the second channel more than the first one. It could be because it's also fresh. Because when something is new, it's fresh, it's very enjoyable. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Yeah, and so if anyone hasn't seen it, it's just my last name and analytics. I have a link to it. We're at 358 subscribers, so it's getting there. And also, this month is going to be the best month by far. I think it's funny because that keeps happening. Every month so far this year has been better than the last in terms of revenue. So hopefully we can keep it up. I think originally my plan, I'm not too sure if I said this out loud, but I was hoping to 10x my revenue. So in the beginning of the year, it was like $1 a day, $1.50, some days $2. So it's like $30 to $50 for a month, right? So it's like nothing. And so I think the goal, or the first milestone, was let's 10x that, right? Because there's a book I read called the 10x rule, and a lot of people it's an easy number to follow, right? That's 10x our growth, 10x the channel, 10x the business, 10x the revenue. There's nothing special about the number 10, but just it's an easy milestone to try to aim for. And I am someone who is huge on goals and milestones and just having something to work towards. Because I always feel like if I don't have a clear goal that I want to achieve, I end up just floating around. I'm just complacent and I take less action. In contrast to that, when I have a very clear goal, like make 50 live streams this year, for example, I know I got to do one every single week if I want to hit that goal. It's in my mind, right? There's nothing special about the number 50, but just knowing that I have some type of goal in relation to my work keeps me focused. Because if I didn't have a goal, right? If it was just, I'll stream whenever, I don't know, maybe next week, maybe tomorrow, maybe next month. Like, you see how your goals completely change your mindset and your sense of urgency. And so if my goal really was to 10x my revenue from my business, or maybe not just my whole business, but just from like AdSense, for example, if it's $50 in a month, we got to 10x it, so we got to get to 500. So I was hoping by January 2024, we could somehow get to 500 in a month. That'd be cool, right? That'd be super cool, because we're talking about a little bit of money that really helps with paying for all this gear, equipment, my camera, hobby, my addiction to lenses and microphones. And what else do I pay for? Pay for this music, like the music that's playing right here on the stream. I pay for that so I don't get any copyright infringement stuff. Website hosting, pay for that. The thing that records the podcast, pay for that. Like, there's a lot of expenses. And so I've always had this mentality of, whatever I make, just reinvest it back into the business. Try to make the best possible videos I can. Have the best audio, the best video quality. Try to have streams that look crisp and don't lag. Stuff like that. Upgrading my internet at home, for example. I did that last year, I think. Yeah, I did that last year because my upload speed was so slow. And what was the original point I was trying to make? This is what I hate about myself sometimes. I go off on all these tangents. I talk too much, and then I forget where my original train of thought was going. Main channel. Oh, 10xing. 10xing the revenue. Okay. So if the goal is to 10x the revenue, the Google AdSense revenue, by January 2024, if that is your goal, you have to try to figure out what are the steps that will take you to get there, right? Does that mean you have to post more videos, longer videos, maybe post shorts? Like, there's a lot that goes into that, right? And so what I did was every month I just tried to work on a few things and just improve, right? Just get better month to month, and then hopefully as the months go by, we can 2x, 3x, 4x, and eventually 10x. So, Steven, what's up? Welcome to the chat, bro. I was dying a slow death out here. How you doing, bro? I've been listening for the past few minutes. I appreciate the drive and focus you have. Much respect to that. Hey, thanks, bro. Always appreciate you coming by, dude. Yeah, we hit 8K. We hit 8K subs today, which is pretty cool. Little milestone. To be perfectly honest, I'm not really that big into the subscriber number anymore. I try to just let that take care of itself. But I think it's always fun that we can, maybe celebrate little milestones. So 10,000 will be a very fun stream for sure. 10x is a good number. Yeah, it'd be cool, right? So this month, I think we're gonna get to about 350, which is pretty awesome. I think last month was 250. So if October we do 350, maybe November we can do 400, December 450, and then if January we hit 500, then that would be 10x in a year. And so I wonder, the next step after that will be to 10x 500 to 5K. Because then we're talking about an amount of income where the day job can go away. And I could be like a daily streamer. Yo, that'd be lit, bro. Imagine streaming every day. That'd be so much fun. Someone asked me, like, don't you don't you run out of things to say? Like, because I have streams for 2 hours, right? And a couple of my friends and coworkers who watch. Actually, I don't even know if they watch, but they know that I stream. They're like, don't you run out of stuff to say? And I was like, yeah, you would think that. But our little community, our tribe, the chat, it's pretty awesome. We have great questions that come up that really challenge me intellectually. And yeah, it feels like there's always something that we can talk about. Can't wait for 10K. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun stream, dude. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited for that. I wonder if we can roughly gauge when it will be. Because I gain, what do I gain? Like 15 subscribers every day? Right? So we need 2,000. What is 2,000 divided by 15? Do some math. 133.33 repeating. So, what is that? 4.5 months? So, March? So maybe March, right? Okay, so hopefully by March. So that would be super cool. It's hilarious because the last stream that we had last week I just titled it Chill Stream, and it got limited monetization. And I went back to the 5K subscriber stream that we did with the toast, and that is still fully monetized, believe it or not. I'm like, I don't understand. Oh, you know what is funny though? You know what I did today? YouTube sent me this is so weird. So YouTube sent me a message and they gave me what did they call it? They gave me community guideline training. And so they gave me this option to do this training. And if I did the training, it would clear the warnings and the strikes or whatever that I had on my channel by January 25th, 2024 or something like that. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll just do this training. And it was like this 15-20 minute questionnaire thing. And it was like, Bob has a YouTube channel. And Bob goes out on the streets and Bob buys some cocaine, brings it home and shows it on his YouTube stream and talks about how he bought cocaine. Do you think this video should be fully monetized, limited monetized, removed from YouTube? And they give you this like multiple choice questionnaire. And I was like, oh my God, I have to do this type of trading? So, I was like, dude, all right. I guess this applies to me. It's somehow. So I'm like, sure. So I did the training as per YouTube's request, and hopefully we get these warnings and strikes on my channel. They get lifted by, they said January something. I think they said within 90 days from completion of the training. So I guess that's why the end of January. So that's good. That's good news for us. LOL, what? Fully monetized? Yeah, dude. I can't believe it. What stream was that? It's one with the toast. 62. So that was 4 months ago. AMA 62, 5K subs, and Psychedelic Toast. That one is fully monetized. And it was after that stream is when I had the issues with like getting not copyright, whatever, those strikes and stuff. So it was after that was when I've had all these issues. So apparently Derek's been a bad boy and Derek needs to go through training. So you know what though? Let's be positive here. Let's find the silver lining. I am grateful that YouTube gives me the option to go through a type of training protocol in order to remove the warnings and strikes on my channel within the last 90 days. Like, that's cool. At least there's something I can do. Because I tried to I went through this arbitration sort of, I don't know what you call it. I requested a YouTube employee to review my stuff, and the employees all sided with the algorithm. So at least I have this, right? So there's that. But yeah, apparently I needed training, bro. That sounds like here in the States, if you get charged with something petty, you can get it expunged? Oh, expunged by taking a correction class. Oh, okay, so that's what they gave me. So I needed a correction class. Yo, Red. What's up, Red? Red, you watching NBA, bro? The division with the Lakers, Clippers, Warriors, Sacramento Kings, and Phoenix Suns is lit. It's a crazy division this year. I watched some basketball the other day. No betting, though. No betting. And no fantasy. Because last year was the first year ever where I didn't bet or had a fantasy team. And I've done fantasy. I put money on fantasy basketball like every year for, I don't know, 2 decades. So last year was the first year I didn't do it. So this year I'm going to try to build up a streak of 2 years in a row. So there's going to be no sports betting for me. Saturday stream, let's go. Yeah, man. I just had some time. Figured let's do it. I'm going to try to do another stream tomorrow too, if I can. It might be later, but originally Sunday was my planned stream day. Today, took the kids out to one of my friend's daughter's birthday at this like indoor playground for the kids. So it was a lot of fun. Tiffany was like going wild. Lincoln going down the slide. So it was awesome. We had an awesome day today. I think I paid, I don't know, like $15 to take the toll highway home to get home quicker. And here we are. So, John, what's up, John? How do you cope up in stress and anxiety from living paycheck to paycheck? That's tough. So, I remember those days. Okay, I'll be honest though. I haven't really lived paycheck to paycheck in a long time. In the beginning, when I sort of was, one of the things that I always did was just to work more. Always work more. And just get like a second job, start a side business, do something extra on the weekend. Just always doing something helped get my mind off the fact that I was broke or that we had no money or that we were whatever struggling, right? And that's sort of like the case now because interest rates and cost of living is so high that our money comes in and it basically all goes out to bills and there's like nothing left over. So this is one of like the first times when we are unable to save or invest. I'm someone who I always put away a little bit of money into some investment or some index fund or anything stock. But recently with all the interest rate hikes, inflation, cost of living, I've kind of been in that sort of paycheck to paycheck thing. And so the way that I think about it is, am I doing everything I can do? Right. So the day job is there. But then when I have a moment on a Saturday evening to do a stream, am I going to do it? Or am I going to be lazy, sit on the couch and watch the basketball game? Right. So again, it's trying to stay focused, right? Work on your business or your hobbies or whatever you do that can bring in extra income, side income, passive income, or whatever you want to call it. So I feel like, if you're struggling financially, do something, right? Take action, do something about it. Just try anything, right? So at least that's what I did. Just watch a Fury. Oh yeah, Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou. I can't say his name. Ngannou. Francis Ngannou. It was on at 2:00, right? Yeah, I don't know who won either. It has to be Fury though. Like Francis, Francis, he has like nuclear power, but we're talking about a guy who has never boxed professionally versus one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. That's like, what does Vegas say? What are the odds? Like 5-1, 6-1? It has to be crazy, right? Don't know who won yet. Fury won by split. Oh, wow. He won by split decision. Really? Yo, spoiler alert, bro. Yo, spoiler alert. All right. So Fury won. Let's look it up. Wow, split decision? Dang, hold on. Sorry, I was at the kid's birthday party all day. Francis actually did really good against him. And he knocked him. Oh, Francis knocked Fury down. Oh, wow. Yo, that must have been nuts. So then it went the distance. Oh, dude, that fight must have been worth its weight in gold. Man, that must have been awesome to watch. Oh, dude. People are calling it a robbery. Oh my, dude. Dude. What is it? Hold on. Where's the... Wow, 10 round split decision. That's crazy. That is crazy. Wait, you know when you bet, like with Vegas, when they give you like the odds, do you have to win, like because it went to a split decision, does that affect the betting odds? Or is it you just have to bet Fury wins or Francis wins? Like, what are the odds for a split decision? Split decision. Fury versus Ngannou. Because the odds for this must have been crazy. Yo, plus 2,500 for a split decision. Plus 2,500? Bro. 3,500 plus 3,500 for DQ and plus 4,000 for majority decision. Oh. Plus 650 for unanimous. Yo, who bet on split decision, dude? Plus 2,500. That's insane. Is there... Where can you watch highlights, Red? Do they have it on YouTube? I'm gonna definitely watch it after the stream. That's sick. I'm glad I don't bet. Oh, dude, there was this meme. No, not a meme. There was this TikTok or Instagram reel or YouTube short of this guy that he bet on the Laker game, and he had like how many was it? He had 4. I think it was like 4 or 5 picks. It was like one of those parlay things, right? With massive odds. And the over-under for Anthony Davis on points was like 18 or something, or like 17 and a half or something like that. And this guy hit all his bets. And then all he needed was Anthony Davis to get more than 17 and a half points, right? And then he wins his bet. I think it would have been like 50 grand or something crazy. First half finishes, and Anthony Davis has 17 points against the Denver Nuggets. So this guy's like, we need 1 point in the second half, then we hit the bet. And in the third quarter, AD scores 0, and in the fourth quarter, AD scores 0, and this guy loses his bet. And I was like, yo, oh my God. Like, imagine the anger the anxiety, the rage that this guy must have felt watching the basketball game, the emotions that must have been flowing through him, that Anthony Davis can't get 1 point in the second half. So, oh, craziness. Gambling is a wild world to be in. It's a fun world, but like absolutely wild. I saw Ngannou at 8.5. Oh, dude, 8.5 to 1. Damn. Just 1 point. That sucks. Yeah, dude, it sucks. Let me see if I can find it. There's a dude loses sports bet on Anthony Davis scoring 17 points or something. Yeah, I can't find it. It was something like, I think he bet like $8,000, and it was like 5 to 1 or 6 to 1 on his money to hit all those parlays, and he hit all of them but the Anthony Davis points, which is crazy. And here's the thing too, Anthony Davis is like an all-star, right? And the over under on points is 17.5. Like, you take the over. This guy is a 20 point per game scorer for I don't know how many years. Like that's easy money. 17.5. Even if it was like 19.5, I'd still probably take the over. And this guy scores exactly 17, then puts up 2 goose eggs. That's wild. See, I'll never be able to get over gambling stories like that because I know far too well what that pain feels like. And everything too, not just sports and poker and casinos, even like pool. When I used to play pool a lot, man, pool halls are just filled with junkies, dude. Just dudes that are just addicted to action, just betting on everything. And it's crazy because when you think of pool and pool hustlers and guys making money, you always think about like Tom Cruise and The Color of Money, or you have this guy who's like a real hustler and he like pretends that he sucks, and then when the big money's on the line, then he plays his real game and wins money. Like, that is not how the majority of betting is done in the pool halls. The vast majority of the time, it's made by guys on the rail. It's not by players. It's just dudes that are just addicts. They just want the action. And they bet on players. And they don't even play. They're just there for the action, which is like chaos, right? And so like there's always like dudes trying to find out, oh, like how good are you? Do you need a handicap? I'll take this guy. I'll take that guy. So I don't know. Yo, Ken Smith, what's up? What's up, Ken? How you doing, brother? Do you believe in game fixing on NBA? That's an interesting question because that one referee went to jail, right? Tim was it Tim Donahue or something? Oh my God, what was that NBA ref? Is it Tim or Tom Donahue? 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 I don't know how to say his name. Tim Donahue. Yeah, he got arrested, right? Or charged with betting on basketball games that he reffed. So, and you have to remember, that's the only guy who got caught. What about the other times maybe they got away with it, and you never know. So it's definitely possible. Like, when there's that much money on the line, right? Like, what if you're an NBA ref and you have let's say, I don't know, a sister or an uncle who's struggling financially, or someone that you love, and then they're placing a bet on a game that you're reffing, and then maybe you can push the outcome of the game in one way or another, and this is like a distant relative, a distant cousin, nephew, I don't know, whatever it is, And so you might think you're in the clear because you aren't directly connected to this person. They're placing some bet and you're not placing the bet, but I'm sure that's happened, right? There's so much tampering and all kinds of craziness when it comes to sports because of how much money, like whenever there's money involved, there's always people trying to get an edge. And that is true. It doesn't matter what game, what sport, right? That just always happens. So I 100% believe that it's definitely possible. But does that mean that all refs are corrupt? Of course not. I'm sure the vast majority of referees are, professionals. But you have to remember that referees are human beings. Human beings are flawed. For every 100 people, you're always going to have that one guy who's an addict, who's a liar, who's a manipulator, who is a sociopath, a psychopath, I don't know, bipolar, whatever it is. Like an axe murderer, I don't know. There's always like a percentage of people that are just chaotic, right? And so it's just people, right? Just another day, brother. Still like summer here. Yeah, it was pretty hot. Not hot. It was 25 yesterday or 24. Let me convert that to Fahrenheit for the Americans. 24 Celsius is 75 Fahrenheit. Yeah, so it was 75 Fahrenheit here yesterday. It was nice. That Canadian winter is coming soon, bro. I got to turn off the water line to the hose, outdoor hose, and put cover on the air conditioner, get the snow shovels ready, the salt for the driveway, all that. Winter tires, gotta get winter tires on the car soon once the temperature drops. So that is life in Canada, bro. And you know what that's like. Okay, so after I want to watch this Tyson Fury, Francis Ngannou. I can't say this dude's name, bro. But speaking of NBA, who's playing today? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 games tonight. Oh, the Raptors. Yo, Toronto, let's go. That's funny. Canadian winter here is snow up to ankles, maybe 4 times. Oh yeah, what's the winter like in the East Coast, Ken? Because Toronto is pretty bad. Montreal is a little bit worse than Toronto, but I don't know anything further east. And then out west is terrible too. Boxing is dead? Oh, dang. What's like the next... See, my thing with boxing is like, I don't know how to follow it. I'm always a sucker for like the freak show fights. Like you got Tyson Fury and a UFC guy, or you have Jake Paul and some whoever washed up UFC fighter, or you got like Conor McGregor, like that type of stuff is what I watch. But it's crazy how much money they make in boxing, though. It's wild. I remember hearing that Francis is going to make more money in the Fury fight than he's made his entire career in the UFC. And that's just one fight. But good for him, man. Get paid, Good for him. I'm always happy when athletes get paid, And people always have this argument against like NBA players. Oh, you're so selfish. You're just about the money. I'm like, yo, the guys that pay them, they're billionaires, Like the owners of teams have even more money. They're all billionaires. So I'm always happy when dudes get the compensation they deserve. So happy for Francis. Happy for Tyson Fury. Well, he already made a probably boatload from facing Deontay Wilder, right? Very mild here in Nova Scotia. Most days are above 0. Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting. Never knew that. Winters in the southeast here in TN, Tennessee. TN, what's TN? My first thought is Tennessee. Is usually mild. We get about 1 to 2 decent snowfalls per year with a bit of sleet and a few flurries. The lows are about 20 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. What's 20 degrees Fahrenheit? 20 Fahrenheit is, oh dang, -6 Celsius. All right. So that's actually legit. It's funny. The company that I work for, FedEx, we are an American company. The location is Memphis, Tennessee. So I should know that TN is Tennessee, right? Okay, yes, it is. It is Tennessee. Okay, cool. You heard about what happened with Dwight Howard? Oh no. Which rumors are you alluding to, Red? The the sus ones? Dude's looking kind of sus, bro. I saw this video the other day where they went through all of Dwight Howard's injuries in his career, and they're all like back, neck, head, knees, back, knees, back. And then he had one, it was like buttocks or whatever, or glutes, glutamus, whatever, so injury to his ass. I was like, oh no, Dwight, what are you doing? And then I saw the thing where, was it a guy? He tried to get like some guy to come to his hotel room. Oh, look who's calling me, bro. We got a phone call, suspected spam. Should I answer this guy? Can I answer this on stream?
Hello, I'm Jonathan Miller from...
Okay, Jonathan Miller. Get fucked. Retarded. Bro, I get this shit all the time. Hello, I'm Jonathan... Yeah, get the fuck out of here, bro. Don't call me. I used to work for FedEx? Yo, Steven, you did? Wait, the FedEx in Memphis? Because the Memphis one is like massive. I was a package handler from 2000. Oh, dude, 2009 to 2011. Okay. Your respect to the package handlers. Yeah, usually at my job, I always see the package handlers because when I get back to the station, my truck is like full of boxes. And then what I normally do is you park, open up the back doors, and the package handlers come in, and they empty out my truck and they throw everything on the conveyor belt. So I have respect for those guys. Yes, answer. In Nashville. Oh, in Nashville. Yeah, FedEx is all right. I've been there since... How long have I been there? 2012. It's been 11 years, bro. 11 long years. It's part of the journey, you know? You know what? One good thing that I do like about working a 9 to 5, it's not that I necessarily hate it, but whenever you're working a job that you know you don't love, like you know you absolutely don't love what you're doing, it gives you that extra fire that burns inside you to push you when you feel complacent. And it sort of motivates you to try to find whatever passion you want to achieve, or find that new job or new career, or get that new education or diploma or degree, or start that business. Like, there is value, there is inherent value to having a job that you dislike, you know, because it motivates you to find the greener pasture, right? And so my problem is that the job that I have right now, I don't hate it. It's actually not bad. It's all right. It's pretty enjoyable. There's a lot of things that I like about it. However, it has nothing to do with any of this content creation, creative, public speaking, videography stuff that I like to do. Whatever you want to call this, streaming, creating videos, I don't know. call it whatever you want, but it's so removed from being a courier. There's no relation at all. And so like it motivates me, right? Every weekend I can't wait. Okay, what's the next video I'm going to make? Am I going to stream? You know, like what am I going to do? What am I going to work on, right? So it's good. I'm glad that I have that, right? Because imagine if I didn't have a job and I did YouTube and then I blew up as some viral creator. I wouldn't have any appreciation for what I got. And I would have lacked perspective, right? Exactly. There's definitely value in having a job you don't want to be the last destination of your life. That's how I feel about my current job, but I like it, but I want to move on. Oh, what do you do, Steven? If you don't mind me asking. I'm always interested in the career choices that people make. And also, what do you want to do though? What is the dream job? I'm looking to quit next year in May and moving to be an electrician. Yo, an electrician. That's sick. I like that. And then doing carpentry. I want to build practical skill sets. Dude, those real man trade skills, carpentry, electrician, plumbing, like any of that type of stuff. Like even like a welder, man. Those jobs are like always going to be in demand, right? It's funny because remember when AI started to get big? Everyone was worried about, oh no, AI is going to take away all of our jobs, right? They're going to replace factories and workers and machinery and all the labor force. But it's funny because AI is replacing the opposite. They're not replacing the blue collar jobs. AI is replacing white collar jobs. Computer work, programming, website design, lawyers, legal advice, anything like that. Like all of this online, digital, white collar work. That is where AI is prospering, because it's not financially feasible to have some robot clean your house, some robot cook your meal, some robot, I don't know, repair your lights and pipes and all that type of stuff. It doesn't work, right? And so it's funny because we always had this idea that the blue-collared workforce would be under attack by artificial intelligence. But it's the white-collar workforce who's feeling that pressure, right? I remember I heard something that an AI is so accurate when it comes to like legal advice that eventually lawyers will just become obsolete, because they don't have the human error component of having to read through all these, I don't know, affidavits and documents and whatever things that lawyers have to read. I don't know. I was hearing something about how once like AI starts to improve, like the ability to get like an artificial intelligence lawyer is going to be amazing. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But that, I don't know if that's true. It's just something I read though. But I like the electrician and carpentry thing. That's cool, dude. I'm currently a print technician and a print lead for an experienced marketing company. A print technician and a print lead. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see. I see what's going on. I've been thinking the same for my job. There are so many positions for that company that could easily be replaced by AI. My current job is very physical, so it's quite secure. Yeah, that's like mine too. It's like very physical, right? Like sure, one day FedEx will probably have autonomous vehicles, right? Like the FedEx trucks, oh, AI driven. But are you going to have a robot that gets out of the truck, goes inside, finds where the packages that needs to get picked up and can properly put it in the truck? Can they communicate with customers? So it's like, again, those physical blue collar jobs, they're pretty safe from AI, right? Unless the caveat there, especially with logistics and couriers, is what if drones? No, but then that wouldn't even work, because sometimes I pick up stuff that's like 100 plus pounds. So a drone couldn't pick up a 100-pound box. Like, I remember one time I was at the airport and I picked up a toilet from a Lufthansa airline. You know, like the planes? They had like, it's like a refurbished toilet from the plane, and they had to ship it somewhere for repair. I was like, what? And it's huge, right? It's like this huge box. It's the shitter from the plane. It is heavy. It's like, how is a drone gonna carry that? Well, that was an awful pickup, by the way. I didn't want to touch it. Thank God it was wrapped in a box. I'm in the same position as you guys. Red, I feel you, bro. Hey man, we're all chasing our dreams. You know what though? You need to embrace like the suffering. It's funny because as humans, we all want instant gratification. We want the dream job now. We want to get the $1 million raise now. We want to get successful now, get the house now, buy our dream car now. And no one wants to wait, right? But again, like if you get everything you wanted, you're not going to appreciate it. Like this whole YouTube thing for me, I've failed for so many years, for so long, that one day when I finally do succeed, it's going to feel so good when I do. It'll be that much sweeter, right? Because of all the struggle that I kind of had to go through. And again, like, look, FedEx, 11 years I've been at this company. You know, like being a quote unquote scrub, lifting heavy boxes, I don't know, doing God knows what to my back. So, but it's okay. You know, just got to keep the eye on the prize, right? And keep grinding. We print on outdoor banners, fabric boards, and vinyl. The printers we have are 3 to 5 Oh, you know what? At work, I go to this company. It's like a printing house. They have this like, it looks like it's like an elongated table. It's probably like 3 to 5 meters. No, it's shorter than 5 meters. It might be 3 meters. And there's like this crazy printer. And they print like the promotional banners and menus for like Red Lobster. You know that restaurant, Red Lobster? And they print all this stuff. And there's like a lot of it. So I wonder if it's something similar to what you're talking about. I think I know what you mean when you say a printer that are 3 to 5 meters long. I've seen something similar. Oh, I need to cough. Where's my mute button? That work? Okay, good. I forgot that I have a mute button for a cough button on my podcaster thing. I'm gonna be coughing into the stream. But yeah, in terms of like, you know, finding that dream job, man, I always think about what is that day gonna be like, right? Like how monumentous and glorious and fulfilling and happy that will make me. And it's so cool because I keep getting closer month by month. And even today, we had our first member to the channel. So I don't know if you guys know or not, I added memberships to my channel. It's just something small. It's sort of like Patreon, where you can pay someone every month if you want to support a certain creator. So I added like a small membership level. I think it was like $3 or something. And then I gave access to a ton of videos that I have that are members only, a lot of my old stuff. And we got our very first channel member today, which is super cool. I was excited. I'm like, all right, we got our first channel member. We've had a couple super chats from Red. I remember those. I appreciate it, bro. And so, we're getting there. So Mooney Kumar, I don't know if you're watching this stream. I appreciate you. You are a inaugural member of I don't know what you want to call it, the members section of my channel. But thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the support. Is that what the join button is for? Yeah, the join button, it's like you know Patreon, right? You can pay creators like a certain amount. Or better example is Twitch, right? Like Twitch streamers, they have those, I think they're called subs, where you it's that thing when you have a subscription to Amazon Prime, and then Amazon gives you a Twitch Prime sub, and you can give that sub to a creator, and it gives them $5 a month. And so YouTube added the same thing called like the join button, and it's like channel memberships. And so you can give people like special badges and emoticons for when they're in the stream. You can give them member only streams, member only videos. And so I have all these old videos that I've kind of unlisted from my channel because they kind of don't have any relation to what I'm talking about. And also some of them are god awful and embarrassing, if I'm being perfectly honest. So I unlisted a bunch of those that don't have any relevance to what I'm talking about now. But I figured, you know what, if someone wants to support the work, be a member, I think it's like $3 or $2.99 or something like that. I'm like, hey, here's all my member only videos. Have a good laugh. Let me see can I show you this? Let's see if I can show you this. Oh. Give me one sec. How do I do this? Okay, so if you guys can see this. Yeah, so here on my membership tab. See here in green, it's like members only. Uh-oh. So all these videos, these are all my member only videos on my channel. Look, there's a lot of them. There's so many. It just keeps going. Look how many videos I have. It's a lot, dude. Oh my god. This one, getting jacked, bro. The dumbbells? Oh, gains. It's funny, this one here was generating so much AdSense money. Yeah, so look at this. Look at all this content. That's so much, right? I don't even know how many videos this is. Oh, these ones are super old. This one is like Tiffany's gender reveal. My daughter. We lit these smoke bombs to find out what the gender was of my daughter. Oh, yo, look at this guy. Oh, gains, bro. Gains. What is no carbs, only proteins? Oh my gosh, is that creatine monohydrate? Yeah, so this is what you get access to, bro. If you guys want to be a member. Just putting it out there. It's so embarrassing, yo. It's so embarrassing. Yeah, so that was... So in 2017 to 2019, my YouTube, this YouTube channel that you're watching, it was a fitness channel. I was doing workouts, meal prep, grocery hauls, making protein bar recipes. It's like, I still love that world. Like, I'm still very passionate about fitness, but I got to a point where I was like, I really enjoy creating content about fitness, but is this something that I can excel in? Is this something that I can be one of the best in? Is this something that I have a passion for? And then I realized that it was kind of just like a side hobby. I didn't totally love it. And so I was like, okay, I need to figure something out. So there was this massive period from 2019 until 2021, 2022, like 2-3 years where I was just trying to figure it out. I didn't know what I was talking about. I had some mental health stuff. I had some gambling stuff, some psychedelic stuff. I was sort of all over the place trying to figure out what would work. And then, funny enough, it was the two niches that I thought no one cared about. I was like, why would anyone would want to talk or want to watch any of my drug stories or any of my gambling stories where I lost money? Right? That stuff's depressing, bro. The times where I used to take the bus every day to the casino. I remember it used to cost $5 Canadian, which is like $4 American, to take this bus an hour and 15 minutes to the casino. And then I played so much, I got like a gold card, and then you kept like increasing in VIP statuses. And eventually I got the bus for free, coat check for free, and they would give me dinner for free. So every night, go to the casino, bus is free, check all my stuff for free, and they'd always give me dinner. And the dinner was like ass. It was like a sandwich, chicken noodle soup, and a drink. Like that was the dinner they gave me. And I was like, this is the best, bro. I'm getting all these comps. But when you think about it, okay, you're getting comped $5 bus. How much is chicken noodle soup? How much is a roast beef sandwich? Like, it's nothing, right? The casino is making a killing off of people like this, right? And I just found that to be very sad. And I was like, man, like, what am I doing with my life? I remember there were so many days that I would be taking the bus home with all the degenerates at like 3 in the morning or 2:30, because that was like the last bus that would leave to take you back to the city. And it was just like, man, those were like depressing times. And so I never thought like, should I make videos about that? Who's gonna care about that? This just sounds stupid. And lo and behold, like, it's what people like, right? And it's kind of cool because I love the poker world so much. It was like a huge part of my life that I'm like, man, I'm so happy that I can actually talk about some of these stupid, chaotic stories that I went through, right? I just didn't know the join button went to a Patreon page. Damn, look at those gains, yo. Gains. Oh, dude. My road to gains was very long, bro. I used to be 140 pounds, 5'10", and I couldn't bench 95 pounds. That was where I started. How old was I? 20 something. Mid-20s? Yeah, mid-20s, 140 pounds. Can't bench 95 pounds. 5'10". Just weak. Just so weak and scrawny and skinny. And I think my bench maxed out at 205, I think. And since having kids, there's kind of been no time for the gym. So I just have like my home workouts. But eventually, can't wait to get back to the whole gym routine, stretching, cardio, barbells, sauna, all of that. I love it. It's fun. It's excuse me, it's a lot of fun. Oh yeah, the cough button. So yeah, so that's going pretty good. And what's funny is hopefully one day the second channel could get monetized, and that would be super cool. But we'll see. Hey, Nick, what's up? How you doing? I've been following you for some time now. First time I've been able to catch you in a live AMA. I just want to say big ups, dude. You are an inspiration. Yes, Nick. What's up, dude? What's up? Thanks for stopping by, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate the kind words. Yeah, the AMA live streams, it's something that I want to do more of. It's just it's hard. Schedule is chaos. The job, kids, creating videos, all this stuff. So I've been trying really hard to stick with at least once on the weekend. This week we're trying for 2. Hopefully I can do another AMA stream. Tomorrow I have I have a video that I need to record and some other stuff. I have a coaching call at night, so we'll see. I'll try to fit in a stream tomorrow as well. And also, man, I learned a lot from these streams. And I remember I started watching some of them back. And I hate doing this, dude. Oh, man, listening to my own voice is so cringy. I'm just like, oh my God, dude, you sound like an absolute ass. You just sound like shit. Like you know when you listen to your own voice, it's just like, ugh, puke. I just want to vomit. But I remember hearing something, again, I'm very influenced by Joe Rogan. And Joe Rogan is like, in his comedy, he records his sets and he will force himself to listen to his sets that he recorded where he bombed or he had a new bit and he struggled. And it helps him with the creative process and it helps him figure out what he's doing wrong. And so I've been going back and watching some of these AMA live streams. And there's so many things I realized about how I dislike how I communicate. There's times when I always end a sentence on right. I'll be like, oh, the channel is going to grow and hopefully one day we'll figure things out, right? And I was like, oh, that's I need to get rid of that. And there's other times where I'm losing my train of thought and I say the word like too much. And it was like I was thinking about watching the fight with Francis and even that, the uhs and the ums and even those things are just, just gives me an ear beating listening to those. But then it gives me perspective again, right? I learn from those mistakes. And so listening back to some of these AMA live streams, every once in a while, there's some pretty interesting conversations and topics that we talk about. And it's helped improve with my speech. Like, I see it right there. I just said like again. It's so annoying, dude. Oh my gosh. I just want to kill myself. But that's what it's about, right? It's seeing where your faults are. Because that's how you can improve. It's so hard to face that. It's because no one likes being wrong. Like, I have a huge ego. I have a massive ego. I've always been incredibly confident in myself. But again, mushrooms showed me a whole new side of me. Mushrooms humbled me like 10 times over. Those ego dissolving, soul crushing psychedelic experiences has humbled me. I can't even put it into words, but yeah, that's what it is, Finding ways to get better. So, but yeah, appreciate you, Nick. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for stopping by. If it makes you feel any better, we all sound like shit. Oh, man. I think if you're a rational human being, you probably dislike the sound of your voice. Unless you're some type of narcissist or egomaniac that just loves listening to themselves talk. Because there are some people like that, right? I have met a few, unfortunately, just over the moon with themselves. I'm like, all right, dude. Congratulations. Way to be humble. So, yeah, that's just my thoughts on the concept. But if I had, let's say I had everything go my way, channels rolling, making whatever money, income, just being like a daily streamer? That'd be sick, dude. That'd be so sick. Just talk about like whatever's going on in the world. That'd be so awesome. It's like you having a podcast every day. Bro, have you heard about the drug Trank going around? Trank? Yikes. Is that short for tranquilizer? Oh no. What is Trank? Is this American? Trank. Oh my gosh. Xylazine? Xylazine. XYLAZINE. Is that what you're talking about, Red? Xylazine. Ugh. Widespread xylazine, also known as Trank, is a powerful sedative that the Food and Drug Administration has approved for veterinary use. But it has widespread threat of being mixed with fentanyl. Oh my god. Dude, that is horrible. It's a non-opioid sedative or tranquilizer. Dude, this is nuts. How? Xylazine is a central nervous system depressant that can cause drowsiness and amnesia and slow breathing, heart rate, and blood. So this is for animals as a sedative and pain reliever. So people are using this on themselves. And they just call it, I guess they call it Trank, short form for tranquilizer. Jesus. It is an analog of clonidine and an agonist of, I don't even know how to say that, adrenergic receptor. In veterinary anesthesia, it's often used in combination with ketamine. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Routes of administration is by mouth, inhalation, injection, intravenous, intramuscular, or subcutaneous. Oh, dude. This stuff terrifies me, bro. When it comes to substances, just stick with the natural ones. Like, why do people always gotta go crazy? I'm terrified of fentanyl. Like, imagine if you're a parent now that has a kid, a son or daughter in their teens, later teens, like 18, 19, 20, and they're getting into, I don't know, clubbing or the rave scene, trying Molly or any of the party drugs, right? Ecstasy. I would be batshit terrified of fentanyl, of them just coming in contact with some type of substance at a rave or a party that a friend of a friend gets, and it's just laced with a little bit of fentanyl. That's terrifying. I remember when I was like in that scene, like 20 years ago, there was none of that. The only thing that we were sort of fearful of when you would get like bad coke or bad like crack, but it was like I was never into any of that, so I stayed clear of all that craziness. I need harder shit, man. Pause. Yo, Dwight Howard, bro. What is this? You gotta go hard? Yeah, my philosophy has always been, the organic, natural stuff that just comes from plants is more than enough for me. I'm good. You know what though? I would go off the rails and try all that craziness if I'm like 92 and decrepit. Like if I'm like in my 90s, like YOLO, let's go. Let's just, YOLO swag. Give me everything. Xylazine or whatever, horse tranquilizer. I'm already like a couple weeks to being in my grave, probably. So that I could understand, but man, young people though, dude, stuff's terrifying. Heading out, have some chores to do. Thanks for getting on. Great to see you as always. Crack is wacko. Yeah, you too, Steven. I'll stream tomorrow, hopefully, and try to get a Sunday stream in. But have a good night, bro. Have a good night. I'm probably gonna wrap this stream up in maybe 10 minutes or so. We'll do an hour and a half today and try to do another hour and a half tomorrow. I think that'll be a good mix. 92, no life, 1-bedroom apartment. Why not? Yo, yo, my thoughts exactly, bro. My thoughts exactly. Because think about it, right? When you're old and you're at the end of your life, it's like, why not just try all the experiences, before your time is done? Like, what do you have left to lose, right? Especially if you aren't in good health. Like, if you're a 92 and you still have grandkids and you're in good health and you have something to live for, okay, sure, like, maybe that's different. But, like, what I'm saying is, like, you're a decrepit zombie, like, shell of yourself, and there's nothing brightens up your day, then, yeah, I don't know. I get it. Dude, I need to clean my computer, dude. This is all dusty. I bought this those cans of compressed air that you shoot in your computer to clear out all the dust? I ran out of those. And so I was looking for like a 3-pack to buy, and it was like expensive. I was like, yo, I used to buy these for like super cheap. Of course, inflation and all this stuff. Like, now it's expensive. And I was like, oh, is there like an alternative? And I found this like USB rechargeable. It's basically just like a can of compressed air, but it's just like a USB thing you can press and recharge. Where is it? I used it once and it was sick. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Wish I bought this earlier. It's somewhere here down in my office. I wonder if the kids took it. Man, that's one thing that happens too. The kids, they'll get their hands on something and then it just it just disappears. Are you saying you've been huffing compressed air? Whippets? Is that like Whippets, bro? Whippets is like that, right? Shit. That's another thing I've never tried. It's like, do people still do that? Whippets? Those little canister things? Jesus. I remember I saw a psychedelic trip report video, and it was about some dude like huffing gasoline. I was like, yo, wildness. Imagine you doing whippets during your lunch break in the FedEx truck. Yo, dude, there's a guy, no longer an employee. He used to blaze in the FedEx truck. Like, he would just, and this was many years ago, before marijuana became legal and on a government level, where it's, now it's like fully accepted. You smell it, you're like, yeah, whatever. But 6-7 years ago, this wasn't the case. And there was this guy, he got fired, I'm pretty sure, but he used to just take his lunch break, smoke up in his truck, and okay, whatever. But then he'd come back and his truck stank, dude. It stinks. And then in the morning, you would have your truck, and if you were working in the early morning, the boxes would come down this conveyor belt, and then you would load your truck, right? But it's too easy, so you would load yours and your neighbors. And say, for example, I start at 7. Right, at 7 o'clock, the boxes come, you start loading your truck. The guy beside you would come in at 9. So he would come in, and his truck is already loaded with the boxes, and those are how we sort of split the shifts. some guys worked longer. So we'd have like a bunch of guys that would work 4 days, but 10 hours. And the rest of the guys would work 5 days, 8 hours, like a normal 9 to 5. So anyways, like in the morning, we'd have to load this guy's truck. And I was like, bro, if any of the managers walk into this, like, dude, it stinks. Like, what is this guy doing? Like, it's so crazy. And then I think the straw that broke the camel's back was one day he was on his lunch and then he blazed and he must have got way too high that he forgot to like log back in to look at what work he had. And then he like missed all his pickups and he was like just high in the parking lot of Starbucks or something. But then after that, we never saw him again. But I was like, dude, I was like, bro, you're crazy. You're out of your mind. Yeah, man, I see a lot of the motherfuckers not giving a fuck anymore, especially at job. Yeah, it's yeah, it's what it is. Yeah, the workforce is interesting because all the baby boomers are retiring, right? I think the most intriguing generation, or at least that I've noticed, is this like newer generation that was born in like 2000, early 2000s. You know, they grew up with YouTube, social media, cell phones, technology. There's like this addiction they have to like instant gratification where they don't want to wait for anything. I've really noticed this with like a lot of our new hires. It's like they'll start working and then even just like 6 months in, they're like, oh, how come I haven't got promoted? I want to get a raise. I want to be a team leader. I want to be a manager. I'm like, yo, you're like, bro, you just started like 8 months ago. You got to put in your time. It doesn't work like that, right? You got to build up your seniority. You can't just like get everything right away. So yeah, workforce is interesting, but it's what it is. All right, Red. I think I'm going to wrap it up, bro. It was a cool stream. I'm going to try to do another one tomorrow. It's a good hour and a half. So it's fun. But yeah, appreciate you, dude. Steven, everyone else who came. Nick. Deb, if you're watching. And everyone else who came by. Ken. Appreciate all you guys who support the channel, support everything I do. And if you want to catch the next live stream, it'll sometime be tomorrow. I'll make a community post at what time it'll be. And yeah. I wrap it up. Got shit to do. Yeah, you too, bro. Have a good night, Red. Take it easy, guys. Peace, peace, peace. Bye.